Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Saturday, July 23rd slate of MLB action. I'm super excited to dive into it. Once again, we do have a pretty full slate of MLB action. Some really great games on. I'm actually really excited to watch all of these games. But without any further ado, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers. So if you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. And thank you guys so much for giving such a small channel such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean way more than you guys will ever know. So without any further ado, we do have a really big slate on today. But we'll go ahead and do a quick recap from yesterday. Yesterday was such an absolute weird day in the MLB in just about every single aspect. First of all, the Cubs went absolutely ballistic in their game. They smoked the Phillies, which was like just mind-blowing to me. I couldn't believe that even happened. How about Toronto? Toronto scoring almost 30 runs is absolutely insane. I saw a stat that Toronto had like every player in their lineup had 2 or more hits. That's actually insane. That's just almost unheard of. And then the Padres, who haven't necessarily been the greatest offense recently, they absolutely went crazy. The Marlins, who haven't scored in like 36 straight innings or something, they ended up scoring 8 runs today. It was just one thing after another. It was an absolutely insane, weird day in the MLB. I'm not sure if that's going to continue. I really hope it's not, because I do have 2 plays that I really like today. So hopefully they do end up working out for us. But we'll do a quick recap. Like I said, we didn't end up having a great day. We did. My favorite play of the day, like I had mentioned, I did have Orioles plus 1.5 versus the Yankees at minus 110. That one did actually end up working out for us. So thankfully that one ended up working. But then it was a sweat, by the way, because the Yankees were up by, well, I think it was like close. It was like 6-1 at least, and then the Orioles ended up fighting back, ended up losing by just 1. So thankful for that. Then we did have the Padres team total under 2.5. They ended up hitting that in like the 6th or 7th inning, and they went way over. And then we had the Phillies team total over. They got smoked by the Cubs. Like I said, they could not put the bat on the ball to save their life. So we ended up losing that one. We ended up having a 1-2 day. So hopefully we end up going back today and ended up winning some money. Hopefully we can get this 2-0. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. Our first play of the day, we're going to be taking the Astros and the Mariners under 3.5 runs in the first 5 innings at minus 125 odds. Now, I think this is a really great spot to target these 2 teams for a couple different reasons, but first things first, Houston is 14th when it comes to runs per game. So it's not like they're a bad offense by any stretch of the imagination, but they are kind of in that middle echelon, which is where I like to target teams, especially when it comes to these first 5 bets. Seattle, on the flip side of things, they are 23rd, so they are not necessarily a great offense either. They are kind of in that lower tier. They're in that bottom 10 when it comes to runs scored per game. And Houston, they are 3rd in fewest runs allowed just over the course of the entire season. They allow the 3rd fewest runs per game. Seattle, they allow the 4th fewest runs per game. So both these 2 teams are top 5 defenses, top 4 if you will, top 4 defenses in the entire MLB. They're very, very solid at not allowing runs to be scored. So hopefully we can see more of that once again today. Houston is also in the first 5, 27, 18, and 3 to the under on the road. So they have been really, really solid at this, well, according to this under, at least in the first 5 on the road. So hopefully we can see more of that. Seattle, they are also 45, 41, and 6 to the under in the first 5 just in general. So they have just been a really good team to target to the under when it comes to these first 5 bets just in general. Now, when it comes to the pitching matchup, it really, at all, doesn't get much better than this. We have Justin Verlander, who's going to be on the mound here for Houston. Obviously, a fantastic pitcher here for the Houston Astros. Has a 1.89 ERA on the season, a 1.77 on the road, and a 1.76 in his last 5 games. So not only is he a great pitcher over the course of the season, he's even better somehow. He's even better on the road, and he's even trending in the right direction. He has cut his ERA down to 1.76 over the last 5 games. Dude's been absolutely phenomenal. I have absolutely no worries about the Houston side of things. I will say that Seattle worries me just a little bit, but Logan Gilbert is going to be on the mound. Logan Gilbert, 2.76 ERA, another very, very solid one. He has also pitched a couple times here versus Houston this year, and he's at a 2.08 ERA. So he's been really, really good against this Astros team as well. So hopefully it does end up working out for us. That's going to be our first play of the day. Astros and Mariners under 3.5 runs in the first 5 innings at minus 125 odds. Now for our second and final play of the day, we're going to be taking the Yankees and Baltimore no-run first inning at minus 130 odds. Now, if you take a look at it, Yankees, they are first when it comes to first inning runs per game. So they are definitely very good at scoring runs in the first inning. But this is where a key little stat is. If you take a look at it, they average a .78 when it comes to runs scored in the first inning at home, and .62 on the road. So they drop down a ton on the road. So they definitely don't score nearly as many runs as they do at home in the first inning. So hopefully we see more of that once again. Baltimore's obviously dead last in the first inning runs per game. So I don't really worry about them scoring the ball or scoring runs too much. I think that we should have absolutely no issue with that. New York is also first when it comes to runs allowed. So just in case if Baltimore does, if you didn't need any more security going against that Baltimore offense, New York is also first when it comes to runs allowed. Baltimore is 14th. So Baltimore, not necessarily the best, but they are still in that middle tier, and I think it is going to be good enough because Baltimore, they also dropped to 9th when it comes to runs allowed at home this year. So they actually give up not very many runs at home, which is obviously where the game is going to be played. So I think it is a very great spot to target as well. Garrett Cole is going to be on the mound here for the Yankees, a very capable pitcher here, definitely able to get us 3 outs, no doubt. He has a 3.02 ERA over the course of the season with a 2.73 ERA in his last 5 games. So he has been very, very solid. And Jordan Lyles is going to be on the mound here for Baltimore. He does have a 4.76 ERA over the course of the season, but he's been really good at home. He has a 2.72 ERA at home this year, and that's where I think we do see a lot of value. So that is going to be our second and final play of the day. Yankees and Baltimore, no-run first inning at minus 130 odds. Now, I am going to talk about a lean here that I did have really quick. I really do like this play, but I'm just a little bit scared to pull the trigger. It is very, very juiced, and I don't really love it too much. It will be a side bet for me, but I just don't want to make it official. But I do like the Pirates plus the half here versus Miami in the first 5 at minus 145 odds. The pitching matchup is just really, really solid here for the Pirates. I think that it's a great one to target, no doubt, especially with Miami. Miami has, I didn't write it down, so I apologize, but I think his name is like Max Meyer. I think that's who's going to be on the mound here for Miami. He has like an 8 ERA. He has not been very good at all, and I think that the Pirates can keep it either tied or be winning after the first 5. So I do think that that's a solid lean too if you did want a third option. But yeah, so that is going to do it for me. If you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Center signing out. Peace.